guys, welcome to a new reading vlog. I'm actually on vacation, stay-at-home vacation, obviously. I'm off for the next 5 days, which is amazing. It's also my birthday tomorrow. I'm turning 33, which is, just another year. What is time? I thought for the past 6 months I was turning 32, but it's 33 because I keep forgetting the past 3 years of our lives, which I know I'm not the only one on that. So basically for the next few days, I just want to try to relax, which is very hard for me to do, but I want to try it, and play some Animal Crossing, probably watch Our Flag Means Death about 4 more times because it's literally my entire life. Nothing else matters. And of course, getting a lot of reading done. So some of the things on my TBR this week, I'm going to keep it very loosey-goosey because who knows where my reading mood is going lately. Sometimes I just don't want to read at all because I'm so stressed, and then the next day I'll read an entire book in one sitting. So I don't know what's going on. But just some of the things I want to get to. Heartstopper Volume 1. I know I'm like the last person in the universe to read this series, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna read it, and I'm really excited about it. This is also coming to Netflix tomorrow, I think. They made a TV show out of it. So yeah, it's just a cute little rom-com. 2 little dudes in school falling in love. I also want to get to Spy Family Volume 2 because this is such a freaking amazing manga and you all should be reading it because it's so good. It follows a spy who is undercover and he needs to have a fake family, so he adopts this little girl and he doesn't know that she can read people's minds. So she knows he's an assassin, but he thinks that she thinks he's just like a cool dude that adopted her. And because he needs a wife to like fulfill the image of going undercover, he meets this woman who is actually a secret assassin and she's looking to get married too for other reasons. So the two of them are like, hey, let's get married really quick. Also, I have this kid. So none of them know. It's just hilarious. Like, this little girl is the cutest little thing in the world. She knows that her new parents are a spy and assassin, neither of which know the other is what they are. And both of them think the kid has no clue. It's just hilarity. Hilarity. And then horror-wise, this thing between us came through in the library. So I would like to read that because this was last year. It was last year. It was a last year release. I don't know what year that was. Doesn't matter. And I couldn't find it at my local chapters. They just didn't sell it. And like, it was always sold out online. So off to the library. And after a few months, it's finally here and I can read it. So yeah, that's it. Should be I don't know, there's no plans. I'm gonna just read, we're just gonna hang out just like we always do, and yeah, I'm excited. It should be a good 5 days of relaxation. I'm putting that out into the universe so I don't have a breakdown like last weekend. Welcome. Our balcony is almost finished. Finally. I really like the colors though. Still living in a construction site.
Really fills the space, doesn't it?
All right, I finished Heartstopper Volume 1. It is very cute. It kind of ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, so I really need to go get Volume 2 like right away. And I'm not sure how many of the comics the first season of the show is, like if it's all of them or just the first volume. So I'm gonna Google that before I start watching the show. But yeah, if you're looking for something really cute, quick read, recommend. Although I'm like the last person to read it, so I don't know why I'm recommending it. Everyone already knows. And then I've read about halfway through, maybe just under Moon Lake by Joe R. Lansdale. And this is a horror novel, another library pick, another book from last year. And it's got like one of my really specific favorite elements, which is where a town existed and now it's a lake, right? And you can like see the town underneath. And there's a couple of those in the world, and I just think they're really cool and really creepy. And this is about this town that got swept away, dam released, and now the town is underwater. But they built a new town next to it. And this young boy, when he's little, his dad drives him and himself into the lake to try and kill them. And luckily the boy survives. He's rescued by a local family, and they take him in for a few months until they can find a family member because his mom disappeared. But they end up finding his aunt, and she takes him in. And then as a sort of new adult, he is a published author, he's a part-time journalist, and he hears from the sheriff of the town he's from, because they never recovered his dad's body or their car, but I guess the lake is dried up, and they finally found the car. They find his dad dead, or they assume his dad because he's, bones, but they find a body in the trunk. And so they think, could this be your mother? Did your dad kill your mom, put her in the trunk, and then try and kill you in a murder-suicide? So he is now headed back to this small town where he is originally from, trying to figure out, was his dad a murderer? Was there something else going on? But yeah, it's a pretty unique concept, and I'm really enjoying it. It's set in the 70s. There's a little bit of like a love story brewing almost. I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. It's not what I expected at all, in a good way. And today we decided to go to the aquarium for my birthday. So here's all the cute aquarium footage. update. I finished Moon Lake and definitely a 5 out of 5 for me. It was funny because it kind of ended up being about like almost another small town cult. And now I'm like, do I only read cult books? And the answer is apparently yes, because then I picked up The Project, which is also about a cult. And I'm like rushing through this. It's so good. It's so tense. I really am just terrified where I'm at right now. I'm like, oh my God, there's so much going on. Like, I hope no one dies. This is about two sisters, one who gets in a tragic car accident that kills her parents, and she's left as the only survivor of the accident, and her older sister, who isn't sure if her younger sister is gonna live, and in that kind of sensitive moment, she is basically taken into a cult. And this is like a couple years after this, and the younger sister hasn't heard from her sister in a long time, and she just keeps trying to get her sister out of this cult. But then stuff happens, and now like the younger sister might be ending up in the cult, and it's really, really, really good. This is the same author who wrote Sadie, which was like a huge deal a couple years ago, and this is not as good as Sadie, but it's really, really good. You guys, everything is so awful. I'm just having the worst time. But I'm getting a lot of reading done because I'm mostly just hiding in my bed reading, just trying to survive. So a few updates. I finished The Project, and definitely 5 out of 5 stars. I did see the twist, sort of the major twist coming, but I think that's only because I've been reading nothing but cult books lately. But it did not take away from the story itself, and I loved how we got to the twist, and I loved the cult leader. He was really, really well written. He was really freaky. And I like the ending too. Like it's kind of has a happy ending, but it's not like a super cheesy one. And then I started Spy Family Volume 2 last night, and it is just as funny and just as cute as the first volume, so I'm probably gonna try and maybe finish this tonight or tomorrow night. And then I'm picking up my last read for this reading vlog, and that is This Thing Between Us. I am just about halfway through. It's a very fast read, and it is very, very, very good. And it's about a guy whose partner dies, and he is sort of coming to terms with her death. It was kind of a sensationalized death, a bit of a political death, and he's just trying to cope with all that. But there's also some strange stuff going on in their apartment before she passed away. They have one of those like Google Play or Alexas or whatever they're called, like the little machines that live in your house, and you can be like, Alexa, turn the lights off or whatever. So in this book, they have a version of that. And before she passes away, there's lots of weird stuff going on in their apartment, but also this like strange Alexa type thing keeps like ordering them things they didn't ask for, and starts like talking to them in the middle of the night and like acting really funky. And I just really love that because those things really freak me out. So it's really fun to read about it in a horror story. Right now he's moved out of the condo because his partner's passed away, and he has moved to a cabin in Colorado, I believe. Yeah, he's moved to Boulder, Colorado, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So I'm not sure where the story is going to go from here, like if the hauntings are going to follow him. He just found a Saint Bernard dog who seemingly found him out of nowhere and has no owner. So that's a fun addition to the story. But yeah, I mean, it's really fast read. I'm really enjoying it, like I said. So I will check in with you guys once I have finished these two, and then we will wrap up the reading vlog. And hopefully I have not cried myself to death before that time. Also, I joke, like it is, my job is very, very, very stressful right now, and I'm really struggling with my mental health because of work, but also because I have an anxiety disorder, and sometimes the symptoms of the anxiety disorder are depression. Luckily, I don't have that most of the time, but for the past like 3 weeks, I've been really battling depression, and it's been really hard because I don't usually get it for that long. It's usually maybe a week tops. I think because work has been really hard for the past almost month now, that it's really hard for me to pull myself out of the depression because there's not a lot of like successes. There's a lot of extra stressors that I'm not used to. So yeah, I'm doing all the right things to take care of myself. You know, I have therapy tomorrow, and I have all my coping tools, but depression is really hard. Duh. But I'm not used to fighting depression. I'm used to fighting anxiety. So I'm having to find new ways to deal with this fog, this depression fog, and find joy in little things, which I think is important because work, which is usually a big source of success, joy for me is not. So I'm missing a big chunk in my life. So I'm having to find, little bits and pieces, like our flag means death. This silly little pirate show is bringing me so much joy every day. So that's great. And reading has been wonderful. I kind of went through a little bit of a reading slump, but now I feel like I'm finding reading to be comforting again. And, I've been doing some drawing and of course, this big goofball. So yeah, I'm fine. Everything's going to be fine. It's just a tough month. So thanks for hanging in there with me. I hope you guys don't mind me talking so much about my mental illness, but I know that a lot of you are going through it as well. So, feel free to reach out to me if you need any help or advice, or you just want to talk about pirates. I'm there for all of it.
BC place where the football team plays. GM place where they're going to play the last hockey game tonight for the come up.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
Are you right?
Yeah,
You're doing it again.
Okay.
You're gonna...
Time to wrap up the vlog because I have finished this thing between us and it was really outstanding. 5 out of 5, really unique. I don't think I've read a lot of horror like this, and I think that's really awesome if you think about how much horror I read, and to still be like, holy crap, this is unique and crazy, is very nice. Yeah, so I love the book. I highly recommend it. There is some pet to death, but then it comes back, but then it dies again. So I don't know. If you're super sensitive to that stuff, maybe don't pick this one up. But yeah, this was really fucking cool, and I'm very glad I read it. So yeah, that's it. Birthday reading vlog, crazy week, lots of reading done. Still hanging in there. I'm actually feeling a lot better today and yesterday. It is my 9-year work anniversary tomorrow, and my coworkers surprised me with a lovely package yesterday, which definitely cheered me up and made me feel very appreciated and helped with a lot of the sort of depression that I was having about work. So yeah, I'm feeling much better. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully, the great mood sticks around. I get more reading done, and thank you for watching.